make sure my volume is up. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to The Vision is Possible. Hello there, Instagram. Hello there, Facebook. Hello there, YouTube. Hey there, my family. How are you tonight? I hope you are well. I'm going to knock this over. You see, the camera's closer than it usually is. Whew. You ever have those days? Hey there, Moon Crab. You're always like the first one these past few weeks. You ever have those days, everybody, where it's like you're doing one thing, then you got to do another, then you got to do another. So I've been running today, getting ready for this show. Whew. And I'm so glad to see all of you. Instagram, in case you don't remember, and in case any of you who are here for the first time, I can't wave at you, but know that I am waving because I don't want to go back here and touch on the camera and then lose focus from all of you. So, the week has been very good. And as I start off every show in the last week, 2 weeks, we want to send prayers and acknowledgement of how much we love all the people who are, I don't want to say it that way. No. I want to change that. I want to send prayers to everyone who is involved in this horrible conflict. My own personal opinion, it's not right what is happening. It's not right. Look at the gas prices. Look at the food prices. Look at all of this. But America, it's what we voted for. And we've got to change. And did you see all the people out this weekend for No King's Day? Did you see that? Did you see that voice of how we're using our voices in America, of how we are speaking up? And you know what? I had a conversation many, many years ago. I went to a dinner party and Maurice White from Earth, Wind and Fire was there. What a blessing to meet that beautiful, beautiful man. And this was years ago. I don't know what was going on then, but I was like, Maurice, what is happening in our world? This is so terrible. And he said, calmly and with conviction, if it's happening, then this is necessary for our growth. And that made me think, if this is happening right now, as much as I don't like it, as much as so many of you don't like it, it must be necessary for our growth into something better, into a higher plane of thinking. Because now we've got to decide in this country who we are. Who are we? Are we loving, compassionate human beings who understand that it takes black, brown, white, yellow, red to make this world work, to make this country work? Or are we going to be selfish human beings who don't care about anyone else until it affects us? Because that's what we're seeing. So many people voted for things that they now see, oh crap, that's going to affect me. So, in the words of the great Maurice White, if this is happening, then it must be something for our highest good and for our higher growth. So I'm going to hold on to that and to know that you and me, as we walk through this world, smile, give love, do the best we can, continue to make our visions possible. Because if we can't reach those people who are in charge right now, we might be able to reach some others who can reach them with our energy and our love. That's how I always want to start our week until this foolishness is over. Because I want you to know this is about love and light and uplifting and inspiration. It's Wednesdays on The Vision is Possible. But I want you to know I have not forgotten what is going on out there. Okay? Okay, my loves. I've got an amazing guest for you tonight. Now, I told you, yes, I know, I told you last week it was just going to be you and me, but an opportunity came up. And I mentioned this to this person, this wonderful, creative, brilliant human being who's on my show tonight, that I have this podcast and that I want her to do my podcast. And if you didn't see my video a few weeks ago, and I'm sorry, I meant to upload it, but the engineer did not follow my instructions. I wonder who my engineer is. I was too busy thinking about her, my guest tonight. But if you remember, I lost my hair. I was wearing locks. They were beautiful. Hey there, Jeannie. And I lost my hair, y'all. The locks were falling out of my hand. The woman who had set these locks up for me, and I was so excited, and they were so beautiful and so unique and so wonderful. She should not have done that to my hair, my soft hair. So I lost my hair, and it was devastating. And I had to start wearing wigs, and I didn't know really what to do, and it was very frustrating. And I'd gotten this job shortly thereafter. No, several months later, I got this job recurring on Beyond the Gates, the fabulous soap opera that is on CBS, and you can stream it on Paramount Plus. And I met this woman who is head of the hair department, Wankaya Hinkson. Yes, she has a last name, but baby, her name is Wankaya. And Miss Wankaya, with her touching my hair, with her giving me confidence that it's going to be okay. Sure, I did some other things to make my hair grow, but baby, you need to have your mind and your heart in the right place for it to happen. And Miss Wankaya set her sister up. So she is here tonight. And you know, as I always like to do, I always like to show a little video of who my people are, as opposed to giving you a whole resume. So ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Ms. Wankaya Hinkson. We made it. We're here. Hi, baby love.
We're here. We made it. Yay!
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I am fantastic. You guys, this is Wankaya, baby. You see all those fabulous hairstyles on Beyond the Gates. That is Ms.
Beyond the
Wankaya
gate.
and her fabulous team. She was just nominated for an NAACP Image Award for hair. And what else have you? What else? Weren't you nominated for another award, baby?
No, just that one.
Okay, well, she was nominated for an award in my
More to
heart,
come. More
and
to
more to
come.
come, and every other actor and everything. We are so glad to have you here. You know, Wankia, you didn't see it, but I did a show about hair, and I showed the
Hmm.
video of you seen the pictures with the spots in my hair,
Yes.
and I showed
Yes.
it to people, and I was so excited that you would be here. Hey, Wasima Jackson,
Hey,
because
why?
because you were really instrumental in assisting me in woosawing. I mean, y'all know I'm pretty cool. You know, I come in, I'm pretty cool. I got it together, but I need my people who are smarter than me in some areas to help. And Wankia was terrific. We got a plan going on, and I want to tell you all about that. And before we get there, Miss Wankia, where are you from? How'd you get here?
Okay, so I was born in the Bronx, New York. Moved to a couple of different places, but we settled here in Atlanta when I was 9 years old. So basically, I'm from Atlanta. I was born to Jamaican parents, um, a single mom who raised five children by herself. And yeah, no, she's like an angel on earth. I don't know how she did it. I'm struggling with my little twins. So so I definitely think she's literally a walking angel.
Mhm.
But I started out doing hair when I was 12 years old. My mom was a hairstylist as well. She
Mhm.
went to hair school at a young age. And I think maybe in having so many children, she had to find different ways to help support us. And around 11, I've seen the line was growing, meaning my mom, she did our hair every Sunday. She would shampoo me and my sisters and my little brother's hair, and she'll put them in these little Bantu knots. She called them Chinese bumps at the time. And she'll, section our hair off and
Uh-huh.
she'll let us dry and she'll take each one at a time and she'll, style our hair and hold us out for the week. And it was my 11th birthday party and it was at the skating ring. And I remember I wanted something just a little bit different, and she was doing my sister's hair. So my thought was, well, let me just try it myself. Like I can help her out. So I did this hairstyle where it was like a some up, some down, literally my favorite to this day. And I put these like little baby hair sideburns on the side with like this swoop on one side. And she's seen it. She's like, your hair looks so good. And literally from that day on, I've been doing my own hair.
Because she's like, woo, good. One I don't have to
One
do.
off of my hands. Yes. So that took me into a hair salon where she got me my first job assisting at
Mm.
12. Kind of young.
Wow.
But yeah, I was assisting and I started off sweeping the floors. And
Mm.
then I think maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks later, I switched over into shampooing. She had a very large clientele. Her name was Miss A, and she needed an assistant at the bowl. So she was like, "I'm gonna have to teach you how to shampoo." So I learned how to shampoo, and I from that moment on, I've worked in different salons. I've always been able to work with strong Black women who specialize in something. So the first lady was specialized in hair care. The Lex lady I worked for, Mignon Gregory, she's specialized in hair extensions. And Vicky Ponce, she specialized in hair color. So as I was growing up, I was able to work again with these women who can teach me. So I gravitated and learned so much even before I graduated high school. So coming out of high school, I was working in the salons. Probably shouldn't shouldn't say it, but even before going to cosmetology school. But at that point, I was like, okay, my
You
mom
had
was
on
like,
the
you have to
job
go to
training.
school. Yeah, on the job training since I was
Hmm.
12. So my mom was like, you have to go to school. So I went to school, of course. And at this time, I was maybe 17, going on 18, right at 18, and went to hair school and took off from there. Been working in salons, owned my own salon. In the process of having to close my salon, I worked. at a salon attitude by Mo's. And Mo, my mentor to this day, he took me under his wing and was like, I have the show coming up. Would you want to be a part of it? You have to let some of your clients go because it's all week long. At this time, I had my twins. They were one at the time. And he was like, I'm not sure what we'll do, but it's all day long. And I called my mom again, my angel on earth. And I was like, Mom, okay, so Mo wants to take me on set with him. I can't keep the kids. What do we do? She's like, you dream chase. I got the twins. So I was like, okay. And from that moment on, I've been working on set.
Dream chase. I love it. Hey everybody, so as you can
Yeah.
see, our Wi-Fi is a little kooky, but don't worry, we're gonna still hang in there and keep talking. Um,
Yes.
Dream chase. I love that. And so that led you on to more and more work in television and film, yes?
Yes, it led me on to, I started out on Have and Have Nots and Love Thy Neighbor
Ah.
at Tyler Perry Studios. And then I went on to Single Ladies, The Game, Being Mary Jane, Sleepy Hollow, a couple of projects on Lifetime. Ballers was a good one. Bass Reeves was a wonderful one.
Oh, Bass
That's when I really
Reeves.
got to, yeah, it was so good. I worked on The Color Purple. I've worked on so many Sinners. I did that recently. And proudest moment now is Beyond the Gates, the first Black soap
Yes.
opera on CBS.
Ooh, on CBS, yes, but it's the second one. It's just in 35 years. It hasn't been one for 35 years. There was another one
Oh,
before
oh,
this.
I thought we
Yes.
were the first hour long.
No,
Maybe that's what it
well,
is. No?
maybe so. You know what? I
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
the first one was a 30-minute,
30
and then we're
minutes.
the hour long.
We're the hour long.
Yeah,
I
we're
love
the
that.
hour long.
Well, well, let me ask you. It sounds like what was great was your whole life was set up. But were there times when you were unsure, or were there no's that you got? Were there things that hurt
There
your heart? How did you keep going?
Definitely. My life is a journey. It's still going. I would say even in owning hair salons at the time, and I had to close my salon due to zoning, rezoning. And that was where I was like, oh, what am I going to do next? And landing in a position working at Mo's salon literally opened up a door to this whole world that I never knew even existed. It wasn't a dream of mine to work with celebrities or to work on film and television. I just wanted to style hair and make people beautiful. So when that opportunity presented itself, it was another way for me to not only touch more people, but also to support my family. So I kind of went in there with, of course, arms wide open, but also my mind wide open, ready to learn and to take on this whole new world that I knew we were going to experience. And walking in the door, it was challenging because we're a union based. I guess hair and makeup is a union based career when it comes to film and making film and television. And at first, I wasn't union. So it was a challenge at the beginning because a lot of people just didn't think I belonged. Or that I was taking opportunities from them. So one of my ideas when I was presented with, working on a show, my mentor at the time, I have two, Mr. Kenneth Walker and Cole. So my mentor at that time as well, he suggested that I call the union and we, have a conversation with them. So in having that conversation, I asked what could I do to make other union members feel comfortable with me coming and, and working, because I don't want to take money out of their pocket either. So I suggested, well, what if I just pay dues until I'm able to join the union and, make enough days to join? And she was like, I think that's a great idea.
I bet she
Sorry,
did.
guys. I know. I'm like, sorry, guys, for even bringing that all into the fold, because I think now it's like a thing. So, but I had to figure it out. I had to figure out my way in. I had two small babies to support,
Sure.
and I wanted to make sure that my brothers and sisters also felt like I wasn't trying to step on their toes in any way to take opportunities from them. So that was very important. And that was a huge challenge in my career. But once I was able to make my days, we was on from there.
I've heard it's one of the hardest unions to get into.
It
And there
is.
weren't many black and brown people in that. Sorry, I'm trying to fix this on my glasses. In that union, I remember when was acting, and I go and guest star on a show, and all of us sisters. We're talking about in the '80s and the '90s. We all brought a bag full of our curling iron, our products, our straightening combs, and all of that, because I remember going. I went on a gig one time, and she was a white hairdresser, and she saw me, and she's like, she looked at my hair, and she went, "Oh, I don't." I said, "Hold up." She started putting water or something in her hands. I went, "No, no, 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 no." I pulled it out. I plugged in my curling iron, pulled in my product. I said, "This is what you do," and da 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 da, and you do this, and da da da, and da 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 da. Then she had all these cute little blonde girls she had just done. By the time the day was over, she loved my hair, because once she said it, it was done. She had to keep going over to the other girls and
Of
fixing their hair. And she
course.
said, "I just need to learn." And a part of me was like, "Yes, learn." Another part of me was, "I need more brothers and sisters of black and brown in the union." So I am so thrilled that I have seen it change, and I've seen more of people who look like me, like everyone on the glam squad, everyone
Yes.
in wardrobe, the costume department, they're all black. And that means a lot, because our bodies are understood. The way we come in the morning is understood. Our
Mhm.
hair isn't looking good is understood. And
Mhm.
you are just
Mhm.
magnificent at calming and reassuring in what you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. It's funny you give that story because of course that's a story that we hear so often. And I'm actually a part of two unions. I'm a part of the East Coast Union and the West Coast Union. So I'm a member of 798 and 706. And both was a bit challenging to get into, but 706 West Coast Union was a little more tedious to get in. Grateful to Gabrielle Union and Will Packer for fighting so hard for me
Oh,
to get
awesome.
into that union. Yeah, they fought very, very hard for me to get into that union and, make sure I have my days and paperwork and all that good stuff. So,
Mhm, mhm.
so grateful for them. But when I signed up for 706, I remember checking they have like these boxes and all the styles and the different things that you can do. And I remembered, checking off if it was 2019, honestly, maybe even all 20, because I kind of knew how to do everything for the most part. And not
Yes,
even really kind of. Yeah,
we
I
have
did. I
to.
knew how to do everything because we have to. And I
Mhm.
remember the president at that time saying, wow. She was like, and you sure? And I was like, I'm positive. And kind of went through and explained on her, each technique, each period, each time period. And she was like, wow, we have a special one coming in. And I was like, well,
Oh,
thank you. We try to work, we have to sometimes work twice as hard to get what, the recognition that we need. But I think it's very important that we actually just work towards getting it and showing that we can accomplish it and do it. So I'm hoping to see a bigger change with more of us joining and, being able to get in without having to, sell a kidney.
yeah, yeah, jump through hoops. Me too. I have a dear friend of mine who's been working, and she spent years trying to get in, and she couldn't get in. So she's doing
Um,
non-union, but she's doing wonderful work, and it's still on television. It's just
and it's
not
still on
through
television.
your union. What you said, I find that so true. My dad told us we had to be 10 times as good as the white
Mm,
kids in our school. You got to study harder. You got to do this. You got to do more. And so he instilled in us, and all of us got that speech about being better. Because we have to know more things. And it's unfortunate that it's still the way. But you know what? It
yeah.
does instill Not a perfection, but it a skill that no one can take away from you, right?
And that's so true. And that's so true. I like to call mine more like a gift in a sense because I feel like it's something God gave me. Um, I think I was just born to do hair. Like I don't do anything else. Everything that I do is related to hair in some way, some form, some fashion. Since I was a little girl, I can remember as early as 5, plaiting my little cousin's hair. My aunt being like, "You're tangling her hair," but I was so determined to learn how to do a braid. It was just always
Right.
something that I felt like I needed to do or had to know.
That was your calling
Yeah.
and you followed it. That's beautiful. And you've had another calling because I know that you have products.
Yay.
Tell us about this.
So I have a hair care line, One by Wankaya. It's a rosemary and tea tree shampoo, rosemary and avocado conditioner. We have a geranium and clary sage foam. We have travel size products. We have a 15 blend hair and scalp oil that has just all the different oils, 15 different blends of oils that's needed to nourish the scalp, moisturize the scalp, and help to, hydrate your hair. We also have a growth serum that has different peptides inside of it to help stimulate hair growth a little bit faster. And yeah, that's the line.
So when did you come up with this? And for how long have you had the line?
Oh wow. We've been in business now. This is going into our ninth year.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, this is going into my ninth year. I know I should just have it, but it's almost one of those um loves that turned into or passions that turned into a business. So it's almost still trying to take the passion out of it and put more of the business aspect into it. So yeah, we've been here for 9 years. I
Mm.
started it on Sleepy Hollow with the actress Nicole Bahari. And I wanted to test out different products to help. She had more of like a sensitive scalp issue, and I wanted
Mhm.
to find something that can help her. Plus we were using hair pieces, so I needed something that'll work for the hair pieces as well. So I just would put together different products, different ingredients, and we found the perfect one. So once we did that, once we wrapped Sleepy Hollow, I went over to do Being Mary Jane, and I was able to bring it to everyone over there and tweak if it needed just a little bit more oil, or maybe at first I was using was it grapeseed oil, and that was a little too heavy, so I tried to switch over to the avocado, which was a little bit lighter. So it's just basically tweaking to see how it would work for the masses of people with different hair textures, the four B's and the three C's and the those type of
Mhm.
textures. So once we did that, I kind of sealed it and felt good about it. But then my next project was Ballers, and I was in Miami, and I was able to try it on, the Latino girls and, some of the white girls, and to see how it would work with their hair. So to see if I needed to maybe take away some oil. That way the product is used for everyone and it's just
Mhm.
one product. I don't have to have one for, if you have 4C hair or if you have 1A hair. The product works for everyone. So that's how I came up with the name one product that's used to moisturize, stimulate, and rejuvenate your hair.
Oh, I love it because I love the shampoo and conditioner, and it smells so good,
Thank you.
and it's so
I wanted you to have a
concentrated.
spa. Yeah, I wanted you to have a spa-like feel in the shower.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It feels. Matter of fact, I hate to say it, but so my husband and I were on a trip, and I had my
Yeah,
shampoo out, and he grabbed my shampoo, and I saw him go like this. I said, "No, no, no,
don't you do it.
this is your shampoo. This is my shampoo."
Do you know how many times I hear that story? I'm like, put it away. You'll never see it again.
It's so fun. That's right. And I had it all settled. It was just like a little slip. I stepped out of the bathroom. He went, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh no, no, oh no, 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 no." So
Not that one.
my shampoo doesn't stay in the bathroom at home. It stays in the cabinets.
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. We got to get him his own set now.
Yeah, yeah. I'll get him his own set. I'll get him his own set. Oh my God.
Yes.
I'm so excited for that. And I know that you've done so well with hair growth, and I just want to show this little ditty here. Now hold on, you guys, because you and I were rushing getting this done, but I want to show that one more time, just because it went
Okay.
so. And
Yay.
what's so beautiful that I hear from all the actors, actresses on the show is how healthy their hair is. And whenever we've worked on a show so many times, even if they use wigs, your hair is getting damaged, but not in your chair, not in your chairs with your other three cohorts who work with you. Everyone's hair is
Yes.
healthy and growing, and so that's wonderful in the studio. That's terrific. What can we do at home that's going to help us revitalize our hair, grow all those things we need, thicken it, blah, 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 blah.
All the things you need. So I would say first is to check your porosity. So that's always important. Low, medium, high is checking to see how your hair retains moisture. Moisture is the key ingredient
Hmm,
into growth. I like to compare it almost to like a plant in a sense. You need sunlight, you need water for your plant to grow, oxygen, all those good things in order for your plant to grow. Well, it's the same thing our hair needs. So you want to make sure that you're shampooing your hair. I like to say weekly. I'm a weekly girl, and
really?
not necessarily
Even for black hair?
even
Because I.
for black hair. Because this
Mm,
is the thing. Our scalp is like our skin, so it's almost. I don't want to say not. It's like not taking a shower for a week, but it will almost be
mm,
similar to not taking a shower for a week because you're not putting anything on your scalp. So for me, I like a
mm.
clean, clear scalp. I think once you have a clean, clear scalp, you can then start to retain moisture. Once you
Can I ask?
shampoo, you
Can I ask?
conditioner.
Can I ask you a
Go
question? I'm
ahead.
sorry. No, because when you say, how do I check how much moisture my hair?
So what you can
Mm,
do is like a strand test where you just kind of
okay.
pluck off a strand. Now we don't have much to spare, but I think one strand will be okay for us. So you just pluck kind of one strand and you put it in a glass, just a regular little glass, and you'll drop it in there and you'll see whether it floats to the bottom, it stays in the middle, or it floats to the top. So that way, if it floats to the top, typically low porosity. If it floats to the middle of the glass, you have medium porosity. And it floats to the bottom of the
Bottom.
glass, it's high porosity. Yeah. So you want to check which one you have,
Mm,
and then that's the best way for you to um, maintain moisture. So, meaning whether you should use creams or whether you should use foams or whether you should use a lot of oil or maybe oil with conditioner. So, just different ways. So, once you kind of see where you are, you can look that up and then you can see what works for your type of hair. And then we'll customize, or even better, if you go on our website, you can take a hair quiz. And I was one of the first, yes,
mm.
first hairlines to put a hair quiz that's customized just to you on my website. So you'll take the quiz and we'll put together the products that you'll need in order to obtain whatever you're trying to do, whether that's dry and itchy scalp, whether that's, hair growth, whether that's trying to retain moisture. We have one also for dry and itchy scalp moisture, color treated hair as well. So
Oh
it
yes.
once you kind of pick where you are or what world you want to be or what you're working towards, we'll put together a plan for you. You'll purchase the products and then we'll customize a treatment plan that tells you exactly how to use the products, which week to use the smoothie or which week to use yeah, because that's another thing too. We'll send you hair smoothies and things like that to go apart because deep conditioning treatments is also very important. That's
Okay.
something that we do for the ladies when I send them home. Try to get it in at least once a month. Sometimes we'll kind of go a little bit longer, but you at least want to get a moisture treatment in at least once a month. Every 2 weeks would be even better, but once a month is something that you can maintain where you can see
Mm.
some results.
Wow, that's awesome. So instead of me asking you, what do I do if my hair follicle, if it floats to the top or in the middle, I can go on and look and see what that is and take your test and then
Yes.
give that information once I see it. And I'm trying that tonight.
Yes,
I
please
got
do.
my hair is
It's
grown
actually
underneath
pretty
over,
cool.
and I can take it out and put it. I bet that's so interesting. Wow.
Yes, and
Okay.
then that'll help you just understand why you're not retaining moisture, because maybe you're using a
Hmm.
cream instead of
Oil.
something like a gel, or something like I guess more like a spray leave-in, or so, like, it just helps you. It helps you to kind of target or own in to what you need for your scalp, because that's what's more important. It's not one plan that works for everyone. It's one that works for you and
I'm
your lifestyle.
so glad because I've spent so much money. I've got stuff in there I tried once or twice. Sometimes you try something and then it works, and then you try it after a month and it's like it's not doing the same thing. And all along, it was not really the right product.
A lot of times it's not really the right product or the use of the
Mm,
product. I
mm,
think sometimes we think oil is all you need to hold moisture, when that's not true. Oil locks in moisture. So you have to do a treatment in order to get the moisture into your hair. And then you follow it with the oil. So that way the oil is coating the
uh-huh.
strand and locking in that water in your hair. And that's what helps it to grow.
Do you
So
give
it's kind of like a combo.
seminars? Yeah, do you give seminars on this? Because we, especially we as Black women, I love our hair. We have
Me too.
so many different textures of hair and where and how to wear it. And and even though I have on a wig now, I know you're all so surprised. But even though with my wig, I still love my hair. I'm not wearing it because I don't like my hair. It really is because I'm learning how to do it again now that it's like grown this much. I can't wait for you to
Oh my
see it. I
God, I'm
took it
so
out of the
excited. I can't wait
braids
to
and
see it
yeah,
again.
it's so cute. So I can see that's so important. Do you give seminars at all?
This is the thing.
You don't
I'm
have
really
time.
behind the scenes.
Oh, oh.
I'm really a behind the scene girls. Like the lights, the cameras, it makes my nerves bad. So, it makes my
Okay, did you see
nerves
that
bad.
video I did? Did you see those pictures? She was all she had her poses down. Did she? Okay, yeah, you're behind the scenes. Okay. No, but I understand. I understand.
Yes, but if I do feel like we should talk about it a lot more,
Yeah.
because I think there's a lot of issues that women, men, children are going through that aren't talked about or shared. And I think if
Hmm.
we told a little like more stories, people can feel or know that they're not the only ones kind of going through things, and learn what to do that could help them if we shared it a little bit more. So
Yes.
I'm coming out my shell a bit.
Okay. I'll keep encouraging. I'll keep encouraging. Before I know it,
Please do.
there's like this podcast. Hi, this is one key. This is one.
Oh
I'm so
God.
excited for all that. I feel like my hair is baby hair now. So I'm getting to learn what really works with it. And no one ever, when I grew up, baby, there was no black product at all.
Right.
There wasn't anything, and you was catch as catch can as to what would work, and it literally would be it's worked for a while, and then you got to shift to something
Switch
else.
it up.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and now there are so many wonderful products out there. It's just which one is the right one. I see it's either a gel or an oil or what it is or cream that works for you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So it's just kind of figuring out what works for you and playing with your hair. I think we don't spend enough time playing with our hair, trying things out. We want it to be
Mhm.
right the first time, or even the third time. And it's a learning process. I still learn with my hair every day, and I do hair. It's so funny because I'll sit inside someone else's chair, and it's not that often, but when I do, I'll sit there and act like I don't have a clue on how to do hair. I'm like, my hair is doing this funny thing, and when I pull it this way, like, so trust me. I tell people all the time, I'm in this journey with you guys. Sometimes I'll do a style that I had no business doing. And then all of a sudden, my little edge is missing. And I'm like, I knew better than that. Why did I do it? Now I have to start my journey over. But I think that's what makes it so beautiful, is sometimes you have to go through those challenges in order to learn, for one, what not to do anymore, and also just to learn your hair a little bit better. So it's all a journey. And if you have to start it over and over again, I think that's fine. I think as long as you're motivated to keep trying, I think that's what's more important.
What
So we'll
keeps
get it.
you what keeps you up? What keeps you positive like this one, Kia? What are
I
the
think
things that you do?
I think seeing results help me stay positive. I think I have strong Black women around me that keeps me uplifted, even on my crash out moments. I have women to reassure me and men to reassure me, how strong I am, how wise I am, and how talented I am. So I think things like that kind of remind you and keeps you going on the times when you kind of doubt yourself a little bit. So I have a strong support system.
That's beautiful. I am so glad you are with me today. I've got an
Yeah.
early call tomorrow for something else, so we're gonna not go to 7:15 tonight, you all. But I'm just I'm so happy to hear everything you have to say about hair, and I want to show everyone where they can find your products. Before I do that, I like to have a little theme music going on. Oh, that's the shorter version. Oh, that's good. I think I should just get that out of there. Let's do this one. I like that song better anyway. Here's Miss Wankia's information, y'all. And down at the bottom, that's the website for One by Wankia. And this took a lot of work for her to get all these beautiful, beautiful products together. I want to show them to you. That's all of them. And the reason why I want to show this to you again is because just think if she had stopped the first time it didn't work. Just think if she had given up on herself and had not decided to continue. Because the first time she did it, it didn't work. And after all this time, look what she has. So stick with it so you can make your vision possible, right? Ms. Wankia, before you go, you said a lot, and I think you may have answered right at the end, but I want to ask you. I ask everyone this. Is there anything that you would like to share with us about the spirit, about the journey of life, to give us inspiration?
My mom always said to me since I was a kid to shoot for the moon. And if you don't land on the moon, at least you'll land amongst the stars. And that's something that stayed with me since I was a little girl, and something that I still apply to my everyday life. So I would, give advice to others to shoot for the moon. And if you don't land on the moon, at least you landed amongst the stars.
I love that. That is one of those uh oh God, sayings that we all know, and we all say, "Oh, that's just a," but you know what? It's true.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. It's
It's
true.
true.
Thank you so much, Wankia, for being here. I just love and adore you, and I'm gonna see you in a couple of weeks.
Yay! Thank you so much. I love and adore you. And thank you so much for inviting me on your
Abs-
podcast today.
Absolutely. Have a beautiful trip.
You
Bye,
too.
baby. Is she not magnificent? Come on now. Come on now. Even with, she's blessed, as she says. She's right. I think she has God given talent. But even with that, you got to work it. You got to work hard. You see, she started out sweeping the floor, baby, and then she was washing hair. She started out, what people would say, at the bottom. There's no shame in at the bottom. You know what's good with starting out the bottom? You know while you're on your way up what everyone is supposed to do. So that when you hire others to do that job, you'll know whether they're doing the job correctly. And you'll also know what you want to have done when you get your own business. It's so important to do that. If you start at the top, honey, everyone falls at some point. Everyone falls. It's how you get up. But if you start too close to the top, you don't have the tools when shit goes wrong, because, baby, shit's going to go wrong. You aren't going to know what to do. But see, when you start from the beginning and you work your way up, there is nothing that will happen that you either don't know yourself how to take care of, or you don't know how to reach out to others to assist you. So don't be ashamed at that. Years ago, oh my God, how many years is it now? Could be 10, no, 15, 20 years ago, 15, somewhere between 15 and 20, I think. I was directing a lot of theater, and it was wonderful, a lot of voiceovers. And then I decided I wanted to direct television. So I took a job as a dialogue coach on a new sitcom called Blackish. From the very beginning, I was with the show. I just didn't do the pilot. And there were times, y'all, where I would go to my car and I'd cry and I'd go, oh man, it's so frustrating not to be the head honcho. Because when I was directing theater, I was the one everyone had to come to, all the designers. I've got everything in front of me, all the actors, the producers, I'm working with them. But when you're the dialogue coach, you are really low person on the totem pole. My job is important because I was working with all the children, the guest stars. I ended up working with Jennifer Lewis as well, and that was terrific. And I had to remember every day, I'm here for a reason. I'm getting paid to shadow. I'm getting paid to learn about directing television and film in this moment. And so that would dry up my tears. That would help me walk in fortified because I was giving and getting something from the experience. And I've been able to work my way back up. I shouldn't say back up, I'd say up because of the knowledge that gave me. So don't be afraid in any age. Sure, it can be frustrating, but you're going to be the only one who's going to hold on to whatever shame or whatever feelings you have about doing that. Even if others think it, you don't have to, because you have a reason why you're there, and you're always growing and changing and evolving. That's the most important thing. So let me tell you where to find me. Here's my info. Oh, wait a minute. I should have some music too. Iona Lot of Gold on Instagram, Iona.Morris on Facebook, and Iona Lot on TikTok. And I'm not doing TikTok so much now because it's all the stuff that's gone on around that. But that's where you can find me, and this is where you can find our show. So please check us out. Invite a friend on Wednesday nights. And let me tell you, if I'm not live on Wednesday nights, I will be at least putting up a show on Wednesday nights. So there's always something new. But right now, we're live. I love and adore you all. I'm so glad you were here with me on The Vision is Possible. Have a beautiful week. Remember to love up on your best friend, and that's who you look at in the mirror. And give something to a stranger. Say hello. Smile to them. Make their day. Have a beautiful one. I'll see y'all next week.